Welcome to Symmetry School for the Arabic classroom. This is the launch screen, and we can see that we've got an English option here, and we've got the Arabic option, and then we have the English version of the website and the Arabic for the website. So I'm going to jump right into the Arabic side of things, and you'll have to excuse my Arabic isn't so good, so it might be a little bit shabby here, but let's just get straight into it. Okay, so straight away we're into the screen, and we can see it's divided mainly into two areas here. So we've got the reflective symmetry and we've got rotational symmetry. For this tutorial, we're just going to go with reflective symmetry just as an introduction into this particular application and teaching children about rotational symmetry later on. So I'm going to click on the tutorial, the easy level here. And straight away I notice that the screen is now divided into two areas. We've got a board here, which is split in two with a line of symmetry going down the middle. We've got a pre-populated pattern on the left-hand side. We've got an empty pattern here, or an empty side of the board on this side. Then we've got some loose counters and chips over here, and then we've got some instructions. And we've got a button here that says Show Me. So I'm just going to click on that to get some idea of what's required here. Okay, so this maps onto this like a mirror. So let me just try and populate this here. So that purple one there would map over to here. Let's say we're purple for now. That purple one there maps over to this point here. That purple one over there maps over to here. And that purple one there maps to here. And again, that to there. Okay. So let's try the red one. We got a red one here. And we got another red one over here. And these two guys over here, they would map into these two sections here. So a sneaky little one underneath there. Okay. And then we got to just populate the green ones, and that should be us on this puzzle. So if I get one wrong and place in the wrong place, it just bounces back. So there's no big. Okay. That one there maps to there. And let's see, this one here maps to here. And the last green one maps to here. Okay, so you can see that the optimum amount of tries was 14. I did it in 16, so I went 2 over on that. And it took me 1 minute and 26 seconds to do. Now, I have the option to try that same puzzle again, or I can try a new one. Now, so I can try that one again to try and improve my score, or I can try a new one. So I'm going to try a new one here. Now, you'll notice that there is one shape here with 3 colors, and I can, if I'm not happy with that particular puzzle, it's random, so it's an infinite amount of puzzles in this. I just keep pressing the random button and just keep serving up 3 colors with one shape counter, which is the circle. So let me go on to the next level here, which is the medium level. So into the medium, and straight away we notice that the board is now looking a bit different. We've got an extra line of symmetry across the horizontal. And then we've got a quadrant here, another quadrant, another quadrant, and another quadrant. And we'll also notice that instead of just having 3 colors, we've got 4 colors. We've got a green, a blue, a purple, and a yellow. Okay? And as well as that then, we've also got an extra shape in there as well. We've got the squares as well. Let me try and populate this guy now, okay? So that yellow one there would map across to here, but it would also map down into this quadrant here. And it would also map into this quadrant over here. So let me just do these 2 yellow ones to get the idea. Okay, so this is reflective symmetry using 2 axes. A Cartesian plane, I believe. So that green one there maps down to there, I'll just put it. Same with this green one over here, maps to there. And it also maps into that corner there. Okay, so let me do the yellow ones in the middle. These are easy enough to do. There. Okay, so that's nearly all the yellow ones too. Let me do the purple squares now. That one there. Again, if you get one wrong, it just pops back. This guy here. Getting there now. It's starting to take shape. You can really see the pattern and both lines of reflectivity. That blue one there. This blue square here. We're nearly done. We got the purple one here. And then last, last but not least is this one here. Great, okay. So again, 27 moves. I could have done it in. I did it in 28, which went 1 over. And this one took 1 minute and 54 seconds to do. I could try it again to try and get that down to 27, or try and improve my speed, or I can try a new one again. And again, it's an infinite amount of patterns. Okay. So again, the colors are random, and the shapes are down to 2 shapes, a square and a circle. So on the hard level on this, and this is where it starts to get very interesting. Well, the first thing we notice that we have it sporadically populated throughout the Cartesian plane here. Okay, so we've got one quadrant here with maybe 4 or 5 shapes, another quadrant with 3, another quadrant 1, another quadrant 1. And all of these need to be mapped. We'll also notice that there's extra colors in there. It's up to 5 colors at this stage. We've got red, blue, purple, green, and then we also have extra shapes. We got some pentagons and some hexagons as well, and some triangles. So let me start by maybe completing one quadrant here. So if I take the yellow one here, and I got to map that back across to this one here. Okay, so that one there, I'm going to map across to this one here. Okay, so that drops in like that. Now, you'll notice that the background to this has stayed grey, so it's kind of still selected. And while this one here, oh, you see my hint has popped up now. I'll just kill that hint for a second. Okay. You see this one here is pointing south. So really, if I want to map this properly and make it properly reflective, I've got to really rotate that around. So if I click on that, I rotate it around, and that is now pointing south. Now, it doesn't tell me automatically if I'm right. So in other words, I can keep going on that until I decide to that that's in the correct position. I take my mouse off, and if it becomes deselected, it's in the right place. And this is clearly done because we don't want the children or the learners who use this to, by default, just to automatically click, 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 click until it's in the correct position. So let me just try and populate this yellow one down here. Now it's in the right. It's in the right. This one's pointing south, so this one should be pointing north, and this one here should be pointing north as well. The blue guy here, it maps across to here. This guy is pointing north, so it should probably, and the one it's mapping against is pointing west, so it should probably be pointing east. Let's just see if that's right. Yes, okay. So again, this one here, and that should map like that, again pointing east. This one here, pointing north automatically, but we got to point west, pointing east, south, west. Perfect. Okay, now this is where it gets interesting. This is when we start adding in the pentagon. See that pentagon there? Got to map that over. So it's in the right position, but it doesn't look to be in the right orientation. So I can click on this until I get it in the right position. So let me just try and work this out. I think that might be it. Let me just move my cursor off. Yeah, okay. So again, this guy here maps to here. This hexagon, it's a 6-sided hex, so I think that needs to be rotated once around, and that's that. Pentagon down to here. I think I gotta rotate that around. Let me just work this out. I think that might be it. We got a parallel line along here to a parallel line along. Yeah, that's it. Okay, let's do the purple triangles. Okay, and that should be pointing south because the one it's mapping against is pointing north. Okay, I'm pointing north. Yeah, that should be right. Grab the other. Okay, I'll take a pentagon here. I'll map this guy right here. And try and map this. I think that might be right. Yeah. Take the other pentagon. Map that one down there. Okay. The red triangles in the middle should be. The other one's pointing west, so this should be pointing east. This other one underneath again pointing east. This red one here pointing west. I'll just keep clicking. Yeah. Then what's left now? Hang on, I've got to do some yellow. So that one there is pointing west, so this one here should be pointing right at it, and should be pointing east. And that should map down to here in the right position, not in the right orientation. And again, this yellow here. Okay, so that's really all the yellow ones. So we're on to the home run now with the greens. So to the circles. Okay, I'm probably leaving the hardest ones, the pentagons, the last. That purple one, by default, is put into the right position. And let me see. Okay, so I need a pentagon up here. Now, if you map this pentagon here, there's a line there, and there's a parallel line of the pentagon. So if okay, that should do it. Yeah, got a pentagon over here that needs to be mapped. Yeah, and this one here. Yeah, that hexagon over here. This hex here. And last two pentagons, and these are the trickiest. This one maps here. Okay, and then last one in here. Okay, so you can see there that I could have done this in 30 moves. I did it in 34 moves. And the reason that it counted the extra move wasn't that I placed it in the wrong position, just that I incorrectly orientated them. And every time you move away from the move, thinking that it's orientated in the right position or the right orientation, it actually counts that an extra move. So that's why my 34 moves. It took me 5 minutes and 23 seconds, and I'm tired after that. So again, I can play that again to try to improve that score, or I can just try a new game. And again, it's random every time, so it's an infinite amount of puzzles that are in this particular in the particular side of the game. So just to go through this here, that's the main menu screen. If I'll just go into one of these levels again just to show you. There's also a help screen, just of what to do and to drag on rotationals. Then you've got a refresh. You've got the menu. You go back to the home language screen, and on this one here, this is really for teachers, just to explain what's going on and how how it maps against the curriculum and the exercise that you do from a visual, spatial and a geometric perspective. And that is reflective symmetry for the Arabic classroom. And we're going to release another tutorial shortly of rotational symmetry. We'll get into this in tutorial number 2. Okay, thanks very much. Thanks for watching. Bye now.